Hello, it's time for another edition of DBE TV News. You can watch this bulletin every week on the Department of Basic Education's YouTube channel and on OpenView, channel 122. Welcome. I am Tsehohajo Moagi. In our top stories this week, Northwest Education MEC addresses parents and learners after an 18-year-old learner is killed. Parliament's Portfolio Committee on Basic Education holds billable hearings in the Northern Cape. The Chinese Embassy and Minister Angie Motshekga hand over donations to learners at Bonweleng Primary School. The Free State Education Department launches the breakfast run as part of the National School Nutrition Program. Northwest Education MEC Viola Mutsumi has called on learners to stop fighting. She was addressing parents and learners at Hoërskool Technische in Rustenburg after an 18-year-old learner was stabbed and killed at a taxi rank on Friday, the 2nd of June. According to the Provincial Education Department, the altercation happened in what is suspected to be a gang-related fight. Learners at the school disrupted learning and teaching on Tuesday, the 6th of June, calling for justice for the slain learner.
Based on attendance, one can confirm, or I do have confidence that definitely the challenges that we are confronted with in this particular school, we are definitely going to overcome them. So Nekere, all is not lost. Let's keep hope alive. But the only way I achieve the back to where it used to be. Karona, the HCB, the parent component, and all relevant stakeholders. For some of the parents, Baba harass. Some of the parents, Baba threatening to say, but you have and so on. Bone bare banika for discipline among our learners. So Nekere say chuno ekere rewe tukilu ruleninchu. More Rustenburg. To say that as we have to stand up.
Parliament's Portfolio Committee on Basic Education continues to urge South Africans to take part in the Bella Bill public hearings, which are currently underway. The committee, together with the Department of Basic Education, are continuing with the public hearings on the Basic Education Laws Amendments Bill across all 9 provinces. The team was in the Northern Cape from the 2nd of June to the 4th of June, where residents were given an opportunity to share their thoughts on the 56 proposed amendments. The proposed act focuses on the administrative sections of the schooling section, which includes the running of schools, especially by the school governing body and the Department of Basic Education.
The main reason is that since 1986, when the act was promulgated, there has been changes in the country. There has been even court challenges in the country, which necessitated that we look at certain issues and amend them. There has been a lot of monitoring from the department itself, which then picks up a lot of challenges that, if left unchanged, it makes the management and the governance of the department very difficult. So the South African Schools Act, which we are proposing to amend, will focus on administrative sections of the schooling section. Administrative meaning we're focusing on the running of schools, especially by school governing bodies and the Department of Education, which means the changes are not going to be changes around curriculum issues, which means we're not going to talk about curriculum implementation, we're not going to talk about caps, we're not going to talk about different subjects that are taught at school, we're talking just administration, so there won't be caps.
He highlighted that the new bill will now include new schooling systems that the department did not include in the past.
You're going to find in the new Bella Bill new things like grade R, which has never been part of our schooling system. We only considered grade 1 to 12. And funding never followed grade R's. It's parents that used to pay for the education of the children that are in grade R. And it is parents that were even paying the teachers that teach grade R. We want to put it in the Act so that the department can carry those responsibilities and pay for grade R activities.
Meanwhile, this was the view of the National Congress of School Governing Bodies.
And participate bill ya rena ya batho ba bantsho ka nako ya bodiklerke a sanka ra bona le this opportunity ya hore batho ba bantsho ba participate mara they are here and they are still speaking nonsense bara banya ke gore bill ya rena e bereke bill ya o thusa ngwana ba motho o moso. They don't have any interest ya gore batho ba baso ba kry proper education. DA, ACDP, they come here with one motive. They will divide a society. We cannot allow that behavior. They are not having any interest. They came here, ka group, say no to racist conduct. You black people, you can listen to them, all white people. When they come here, no one will ever say, I support the bill. No, they can't say so. Because they came here with one agenda of whiteness. That's the only thing that they represent here.
The final leg of the public hearings will take place from the 9th to the 11th of June. The Embassy of the People's Republic of China in South Africa has donated much-needed items to learners at Bonoeleng Primary School in Ivory Park as part of the Warm Children's Hearts initiative. Basic Education Minister Angie Motshekga and Education MEC in Gauteng Matume Chilwane attended the handover of the initiative that was launched by the Chinese First Lady Professor Peng Liyuan in partnership with the Organization of African First Ladies.
So this auspicious occasion marks a significant milestone in our partnership with China as we join to prioritize the well-being and education of our children. So as we prepare to celebrate the International Children's Day, I am indeed delighted to share with you the remarkable initiatives that were launched by Professor Peng Liyuan, the wife of Chinese President Xi Jinping, in partnership with the Organization of African First Ladies. So the Warm Heart Initiative focuses on providing care for African children, embodying the deep compassion and dedication that China and South Africa share for the well-being of our youth. I am pleased, Ambassador, that the Embassy of the People's Republic of China in South Africa will be making this generous donation to benefit learners in our country. This donation in response to the Warm Children's Heart initiative underscores China's commitment to supporting education and nurturing the potential of our children. I have been informed that the embassy will be providing school bags, soccer balls, basketballs, water bottles, stationery, and many other items to the value of 200,000. This contribution will undoubtedly significantly impact on the lives of our children. So the partnership between South Africa and China in the field of education has been truly remarkable.
This year marks 13 years since China was declared South Africa's strategic partner. The two nations have had a mutual understanding and cooperation in various areas, including basic education.
Over the years, our collaboration has extended to numerous endeavors. Just allow me to highlight a few amongst the very many programs that we have with the embassy. As South Africa, we have introduced Mandarin as an elective foreign language in our schools, curriculum, fostering language and cultural exchange. We have hosted Chinese language advisors engaged in training programs for our officials and the development of Mandarin textbooks. Moreover, our national Chinese bridge competitions and the South African annual Chinese language celebration has showcased the strength of our partnerships in promoting language and cultural diversity. It is in times of need that China has always extended the hand of help to South Africa. And I remember that during COVID-19 pandemic, your country, Ambassador, contributed essential supplies such as water tanks, some of our schools, masks, thermometers to support our reopening of schools. But also your government has supported our National Teachers Awards, providing study visits to our outstanding teachers and principals to visit your country and see best practice. And in the spirit of solidarity, the Chinese government donated funds to assist us in the recovery from the devastating floods in KwaZulu-Natal. These and many acts of kindness and support have exemplified the depth of our friendship and partnership, and looking to the future, we have exciting prospects for collaboration.
Motshekga has urged the ambassador to continue the partnership to bring together the two nations and empower the youth.
So let's continue to work hand in hand, building bridges of knowledge and understanding between our two nations. Together, we can create a legacy of educational excellence and empower our young learners to become the leaders and innovators of tomorrow. I'd like to extend my heartfelt appreciation to Professor Peng Liyun, the wife of President Xi Jinping, for her visionary leadership and dedication to improving the lives of African children through the Warm Children's Heart Initiative.
On a separate day, Minister Angie Motshekga celebrated the Day of Independence of the Republic of Italy on Friday the 2nd of June in Waterkloof in Pretoria. The day commemorates a significant time where Italian citizens voted for the first time in 1946. Motshekga said the occasion allows the nations to reflect on the shared values, cultural ties and the deepening partnership between the two nations. She elaborated that the relationship between South Africa and Italy is founded on a shared dedication to freedom, democracy and the pursuit of global progress.
In the spirit of strengthening our partnership, we do continue to explore opportunities for enhanced cooperation, particularly in the economic sphere. While our bilateral trade levels have shown promise, we recognize the need to further improve and expand these economic ties. We do believe that sectors such as the ocean economy hold a significant potential for collaboration, and Italy's expertise in the green energy field could greatly assist us in addressing our energy challenges. To facilitate closer cooperation, our respective embassies in Rome and Pretoria have been instrumental in fostering dialogue and coordination between our governments. We have signed cooperation agreements in science, in research and technology, in defense, arts and culture through these diplomatic channels.
When we return, we hear more about a teenage pregnancy prevention campaign launched in the Northern Cape.
Hey learners in grade R11, feeling stuck or confused? Have you lost learning time in the last while? Well, Tswelopele is back to help you catch up. Find resources on the DBE cloud to use and share. Watch support lessons on TV or on our YouTube channel, where you will find exciting lessons in key grade R to 9 subjects. And for grade 10 to 11, have fun learning in many different subjects. Join our community of learners and teachers, parents and caregivers on Facebook, where there are tips and advice for better learning. Need help? Contact us via our WhatsApp line and get support on all your subject problems. Stay connected. You can count on us. Check out our website to find out more at www.tswelopele.org.za. Tswelopele.
The Department of Basic Education, together with UNICEF, Hope Worldwide and the Department of Social Development, commemorated International Children's Day on Thursday the 1st of June as part of International Child Protection Week. Child Protection Week is commemorated yearly in South Africa from the 28th of May to the 4th of June to raise awareness of the rights of children as stipulated in the Constitution and the Children's Act. The aim of International Children's Day is to highlight progress being made towards the realization and promotion of children's rights. The event emphasized the importance of early stimulation through playing. DBE officials and partners played different games to highlight that learning through playing is a key role in every child's well-being. The Acting Director of Early Childhood Development, Janelle Katza, said that Children's Day does not only focus on children but includes recognizing the support parents and caregivers need in making sure that children get proper care.
As early childhood development, we recognize the importance of children for our future, and we also recognize the support that parents need in doing responsive caregiving and supporting their children, early stimulation, proper nutrition, So yes, that's what we're doing here today. We're playing games because early stimulation is all about fun. It's all about play, learning through play, and supporting parents through that.
The Northern Cape Education Department says it will do all it can to prevent teenage pregnancy in the province. The province has launched a teenage pregnancy prevention campaign, which was held at Regaratile High School in Motibistad under the theme, Not Me, Not Now. This was after the Department of Health confirmed that 3,674 teenage girls have fallen pregnant in the Northern Cape, making it one of the highest provinces with teenage pregnancy. This campaign now seeks to teach both girls and boys about being responsible teenagers.
When we say teenage pregnancy prevention, not now, not me. We are very serious when we are coming to you this morning as representatives from all our stakeholders who are here. Firstly, let me really thank the principals. Let me thank all the stakeholders who have made it possible for these young people to be here. Girls and boys, we are here to prevent what is currently happening in our province. And what is happening in our province is not good news. We have, at the last count of the Department of Health, they counted that in this province we had 3,674 girl learners falling pregnant. 3,674 girl learners falling pregnant. At this school where we are today, Mr. DCP told me there are 17 girl learners MEC who are pregnant. So girls and boys, we are here because of this statistic that doesn't say anything nice about us and how we understand our bodies and how we understand the responsibility of parenthood.
Education MEC Zolile Monakali said that he is concerned about the rate at which teenage girls are falling pregnant. He emphasized that teenage pregnancy is a societal matter that needs to be addressed by both the Department of Basic Education and the community at large.
The high levels of teenage pregnancies in the province is of great concern, not only to the Department of Education, but to all other stakeholders. That is why we are converging here as the Department of Education, the Department of Health, and the Department of Social Development, and also all other stakeholders, because we are very convinced that this challenge of our learner pregnancies will not be able to be addressed by the Department of Education alone. It is a communal issue. It's a society matter. So we are very glad that all the other stakeholders who joined us to make sure we launch this campaign, to make our learners aware that we are sitting with a challenge in the Northern Cape. The latest statistics indicates that Northern Cape province is amongst the highest provinces with teenage pregnancies. We've got the lowest number of learners, but we are rating amongst the highest provinces with the levels of teenage pregnancies. The reason why we decided to launch this program in JTG, from all the other districts, JTG is #1 with teenage pregnancies. We have just received the statistics from the Department of Health, and those statistics are unacceptably high.
He went on to encourage parents to have those conversations around sexual activities and the importance of avoiding sexual intercourse at a young age.
We are also saying that our parents must play their role. They must make sure that we inform our learners of the development of their bodies. We must speak to our children about sexual activity. We must explain to them that sexual activity must be delayed as far as possible. Because if you get a child prematurely, it's coming with a lot of other issues. Your body will be reshaped. That boy who loved you so much because your body was very nice, now you are having a child, the shape of your body will develop, it will change. And that boy will now see another girl. You will not be right again. So just think about your future. Tell the boyfriend, for now, I'm not ready yet. I've got other things that are more important than getting pregnant. I must complete my grade 12. I must go and study further because the family is waiting for me at home. We know the socio-economic conditions in our communities. The only way for us to defeat poverty and unemployment is by means of education.
When we return, we are in the Free State Province, where the Education MEC has launched the breakfast run of the National School Nutrition Program.
Hey Matrix, don't give up. Watch Wars of Matrix every day on TV to help you revise and study with confidence. Check the schedule and plan your studying for the week. Read up on the topic before you watch. Come prepared. It's hard to focus if you watch like this, or this, or this. Switch off your phone and switch on your brain. Sit up, be alert, take notes, and really listen. When we watch actively, that's when we learn. You can do it.
Free State Education MEC Makalo Mohale has launched a breakfast program as part of the National School Nutrition Program. The launch took place at Sechaba Semaketse Combined School in Botshabelo. Mohale announced plans to provide all learners in the province with breakfast during his maiden budget vote speech last month. The inclusion of breakfast in the program will benefit over 597,000 learners by addressing malnutrition and micronutrient deficiencies that affect physical growth and cognitive development of learners. This will also improve their nutrition uptake and general health, learning capabilities, attendance, and punctuality.
Energy, the ability to do work. Work. Every day is work, work, work. When you come to school with empty stomachs, always make sure that we eat healthy, nutritious breakfast.
This national asset, but accounting, you need to maintain an asset who derive a value out of your in the future. If you don't maintain an asset, it will deteriorate, it will not be valuable. So our children as our national assets, we have to ensure that we invest a lot to ensure that at the end of the day, society can derive a value.
John Freilink Secondary School in Huhudi in Freiburg says sporting activities have encouraged learners to stay away from criminal activities. This was after the Northwest Education MEC Viola Mutsumi visited the school twice, where she encouraged learners to participate in sports. The school won first position in chess and soccer and second place in netball at a school tournament that was organized by the Community Policing Forum. Mutsumi said that she is proud of the school management and the Policing Forum for initiating such a brilliant initiative to curb crime. She emphasized that engaging teenagers in sports will shape their behavior. The Mpumalanga province has started preparing for the South African Schools Coral Ice Stateford. The province is now hosting its ABC Motsepe provincial finals, and schools across the province are competing for different prizes. The Ice Stateford is now in its 23rd year and remains one of the most crucial school enrichment programs coordinated by the Department of Basic Education. It promotes unity in diversity, national reconciliation, positive values, a new South African national identity, social transformation, and social cohesion among school-going South African youth. Now let's take a look at some of the performances by some of the school choirs.
No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you say bye. So darling, darling, stand by me. Whoa, stand by me. And the people will see me.
That's how we end this bulletin this week on the Department of Basic Education's YouTube channel and on OpenView channel 122. Remember to send through your story ideas or comments by contacting us on our Twitter handle at DBE TV News. We leave you with another episode of In the Spotlight. Thank you for watching.
Hello and welcome to another episode of In the Spotlight right here on DBE TV. My name is Terence Kala, the Media Relations Officer, and today we are here at the Birchwood Conference Center. Now we're here to welcome and usher in the three-stream model. Now if you don't know about the three-stream model is a basic education initiative that is looking to really revamp the basic education sector and improve the inputs on occupational as well as vocational subjects. Now without any further ado, we have a lot of academics and really key players in this space that are here to engage on the think tank. Now without any further ado, let's go inside and take a listen on what they have to say.
Is an approach that our sector has adopted in giving learners opportunities as they progress through the schooling system to access certain programs, some of them being academic, those programs, some of them being occupational, some of them being vocational.
So let us have this very clear in our minds that the project that we have embarked on is to increase participation imperatives and the needs of the country in terms of skills development.
Imagine those 3 wires, all of them insulated under one pipe. Each of those wires representing a pathway or what you call a stream. And those streams, the 3 of them, the first being the academic, the second one being the vocational, and the third being the occupational. There are many things, ideas thrown around, but as a think tank, we need to put all of them together and be able to advise the executive on the direction that we need to take.
The purpose for this 3 days is largely to understand what are the inhibitors that's stopping us from fully realizing the three-stream model. It's particularly important that these are working groups, they are work streams, they're not commissions, they won't be established today and by the end of the 3 days they dissolve. They will continue to work. We understand the complexity of the challenges that we face will require, for example, a long-term vision in terms of what has to be done. So what we want to emerge from this thinking is a clear understanding of what are the challenges, clear recommendations, and every recommendation has to be backed up by an action plan. And those action plans will then guide us. What is the next steps we must take to realize this recommendation?
It definitely is some exciting times for basic education. What a day we've had here at the Birchwood Conference Center. It really has been so insightful hearing from teachers who are at the coalface implementing occupational and vocational subjects, hearing from the academics at the Department of Basic Education in terms of what the ideas are, really wrangling through the various opportunities that lie in wait, and what an exciting future lies ahead for the basic education sector as well as the three-stream model as a whole. This brings us to the end of this episode of In the Spotlight right here on DBE TV. Do be sure to join us next week where we'll be tackling another topic that is important and really key to the basic education sector. sector. Thank you so much. My name is Terence Kala. We look forward to seeing you again next week.